Alright, guys, now on to the top 2 worst WrestleManias of all time. Now, my number 2 is one you guys already mentioned already, WrestleMania 9. Let me just say, the only good match was Shawn Michaels versus Tatanka.
Yep. Was that the opener?
That was the opener.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The opener was the best match of the show. That just shows how good your WrestleMania is.
They had Luna Vachon.
Luna Vachon.
Man, she sounds like her balls dropped.
But yeah, like you guys said, Hulk Hogan winning the main event when that was so rushed, so ridiculous.
I liked it.
I mean, back in the day, I would have liked it because Hulk Hogan was Hulk Hogan back in the day.
Versus Bret Hart. That's what I wanted to see.
Yes, that should have happened at WrestleMania 10.
Mm-hmm.
That should have happened at WrestleMania 10. He would have dropped the belt to Bret, and then he would have gone to WCW.
And then he dropped it to Yokozuna.
But he drops it to Yokozuna instead because he's too. Oh. Damn it.
Tidal wave titty, man.
He's Samoan. He's not Japanese.
I know, that's so stupid. I'm just like, dude, he's part of the Anoa'i family. You know, The Rock, Rikishi, Rikishi Fatu, Roman Reigns, all of them, yeah.
Umaga,
the Wild Samoans.
Well, Samoans, that's right. But yeah, like you guys said, the whole Caesar Palace toga party was totally dumb. Finkus Maximus, Macho Man, Bobby the Brain King coming out on an ostrich?
Was it a camel? Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, I thought it was a camel.
Camel or an ostrich? He was riding on the back of it.
It was a camel.
It was a camel.
He was riding on Summer Rae.
The Macho Man came in with ladies carrying him or whatever on this.
You stole my suit! I was supposed to be on with the ladies!
You know what I meant? More funnier when he was getting carried and he was eating a Slim Jim at the time.
No, he was eating grapes. They were feeding him grapes.
I know, but if it was a Slim Jim, that'd just be icing again. Rest in peace, Macho Man.
Absolutely. So simply put, you guys pretty much explained why WrestleMania 9 is absolute crap. That's why it's my number 2. It is a number 2.
Number 2, thank you, Alex.
It's a number 2.
Gary?
My number 2 is a lot of y'all's number 3. WrestleMania 29.
29? Really?
That was my number 2. That's my number 2.
Really?
Really. I could have gone with anything, but WrestleMania 29 is my number 2.
Takes the cake.
Just like that, Undertaker and CM Punk, that was the only match that was pretty good. I know right now, the main event, the dream match with the PG porn star fucker who's going to be playing in the Big Sausage Pizza Part 2. Anyway,
Once in a lifetime part 2.
Yeah, once in a lifetime Part 2.
Big sausage pizza.
Big sausage.
I'm sorry, I can't get over that. Inside joke, people. Gary still can't get over it.
And he's broke.
And we just broke his ass.
Big sausage pizza. I bet you Nikki Bella's tastes like delicious sausage.
So,
I can't help it. I can't help myself, folks. I'm sorry.
anyways, back to the WrestleMania 29. I am not kidding you all whatsoever. The second time they fought, it put me to sleep.
Oh, it's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rare. When it comes to watching wrestling on my part, that's rarity for a match to put me to sleep.
Definitely.
It was just like those Call of Duty games. Copy and paste. That's all it was.
That copy and paste. Call of Duty, there's no storyline to it whatsoever. But anyways, Cena vs. Rock Part 2. It was just complete obvious. With the Royal Rumble and everything, it was just all obvious.
We knew it was going to happen.
I gotta say this because this brings it up. Motherfuck the WWE and their goddamn Slammy Awards for giving Rock Cena 2 the match of the year.
It was not a fucking match of the year.
I'm sorry. Did anybody see Brock Lesnar and CM Punk at SummerSlam? Yeah, get the fuck out.
Brock and Cena Part 2 from match of the year. It was
The first
crap.
one was great.
It was crap of the year.
First one was good. I won't put it as great, but it was good.
Yeah.
Well, I was
I
there.
have nothing to say except pretty much everything I just mentioned. I have nothing more.
Okay. Steve, you're number 2.
All right, my number 2 favorite and worst or least favorite is this one was pretty good, but however, one of the matches on there that really kind of killed it. I mean, when you mentioned about what was it, WrestleMania 2 that had a boxing match?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, this one that had a return of another one really killed it. And despite some matches that were pretty good, but this one really killed it. And that's, I don't know, but I had to put it there because this one really, I thought it was bad. I mean, the main event was great. And I'm just going to say it, Mayweather Big Show.
Oh my, whoa.
My number 2 least favorite is WrestleMania 24.
Really?
I know it was held in your home state, Putnam, in Florida, at the Citrus Bowl, but listen, I mean, the fact of the matter is this thing. Mayweather, Big Show, boxing match, Big Show is in there, he's gonna get knocked out by what? A pair of brass knuckles on Mayweather's hand, knocked down, can't get up, and he wins. What the hell was that all about? That thing absolutely sucked, come on! I hated it! Why did you have to have another boxing match with this very tiny little guy and a big, huge guy by the name of Humpty Dumpty Big Slow and make him lose to this little guy?
I wouldn't call him Humpty Dumpty because I remember he actually went back and got into shape for that match. He actually trimmed down a lot.
He was like 420 pounds.
And then he blew up like a fucking blimp.
Yeah.
Then he went to IHOP.
I don't know why they had to do that, but that really killed it. But one, of course, I will mention the other matchup was great. Flair and Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Great match. That was
Really
the best match. Of course, because Shawn Michaels is just saying, he doesn't want to do it. Flair's just like, give it to me, and he just
great
says,
storyline.
I love you. And he said, I love you, man. And then, bam, kicks him. And 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
There's one spot in that match. Every time I see it, it makes me fucking cringe. Is when Shawn Michaels does the springboard moonsault onto that announce table. Oh! Yeah.
My back.
He had to crack some ribs.
My leg!
But, and of course, the main event, The Undertaker versus Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship.
That was a good match.
That was a good one.
But and this jacket that he had on as well, he didn't like his signature hat. He had like his attire on, like something he had worn since like 1998 or whatever. But it was pretty good. And Charles Robinson, the referee, like taking a long time to run down to the ring to get there and count 1, 2, 3, but he doesn't. So the Undertaker just puts him into the Hell's Gate submission and gets the win. And later they would ban that submission by Vicky Guerrero, I think.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah, ban a move that looks real and legit. Great job, WWE.
Bull! Dumb PG bullcrap.
So anyway,
Yeah, no
but
wonder he was...
another match was the triple threat match, Orton, Triple H, and Cena.
Thank God Orton won there.
That was terrible.
Thank God Orton won.
Yeah, because Cena won the Rumble, unfortunately, and as they always say, the winner goes WrestleMania faces the champions, and Cena did not get the win. Thank God.
Thank God.
I love it how when he was he had like a horrible like rotator cuff injury, and he was supposed to be out for many, many, many months, and all of a sudden he shows up.
No, it was his neck.
What was his neck? I thought it was a rotator cuff.
No, it was his neck.
I think it was his neck because it was... No, it was his neck because it was him and Batista
Oh, yeah.
at SummerSlam.
No, wait a minute. It wasn't the RKO that Orton gave him like a no... What was it?
Wait, yes, you're right. You're right.
It was
You're right.
his rotator cuff. Yeah.
You're right. It was his rotator cuff.
Shoot. Yeah. But anyway, but I'm done. That's why it's my number 2. But I'm sorry, Putnam. I know it was in your hometown, but I am sorry.
It's not my hometown. It's my home state.
Home state, whatever. Home state. Excuse me.
And I'll agree, it was a little overrated, but anyways, Jerome. Your number 2.
My number 2 is your number 3, Putnam.
Oh! 27.
Yeah, 27 reasons you should not watch this fucking WrestleMania.
Sunday Night Raw.
The biggest WrestleMania of all time. That's our tagline. Yeah, it was the biggest.
Sunday Night Raw.
It was the biggest pile of steaming hot mug of diarrhea lava dump. My God. The worst main event in history.
Yep.
One of the worst matches I've ever fucking seen between, you know, the old king and the fucking Hershey Highway Patrolman. The anus bleacher himself. The asshole invader. Yeah, and only one match was good. Not good, it was great. And that was The Undertaker and Triple H.
Yeah.
And I love The Undertaker's theme when he used Johnny Cash. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I love
Johnny
that.
Cash.
That was interesting. But
That
There
was
ain't no
great, but it was
grave.
Cool. Other than that,
My body down.
oh yeah, in the main event, the way it ended, I was like, dude, this was nothing but a fucking commercial for 28.
It was a free commercial free Raw in the Georgia Dome.
Yeah, fuck this fucking WrestleMania. I hated it. It was garbage.
Garbage.
And we pretty much covered it, and I think you and I number 1, or many others number 1, is going to be pretty identical. So
Well, let's find out.
Number 1.
Well, let's find out, because my number 1 is without question,
I know what your number
without
one is.
question, the worst WrestleMania of all time.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
It wasn't taken. It wasn't in a stadium. It was in a civic center of all people.
oh my god.
It was in a civic center.
I know it.
It was in a goddamn civic center.
Not only were the matches fucking shit,
The matches were terrible.
the technical difficulties that show had
Technical-
was just unbelievable.
Yes, technical difficulties. The main event didn't deserve to be the main event.
It has
The matches. There was only one good match.
was decent at best. With the
Decent at
worst
best.
I-
If you haven't guessed already, my worst, and hopefully your guys' too, WrestleMania 11.
That's number 1. Number 1.
Yeah. Dude, that is the worst fucking jackknife powerbomb cell I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you know that
No
man
doubt.
was starting to get shit on when they were booing Diesel because they wanted Shawn Michaels to win.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I love Kevin Nash when he was in WCW. He had swagger, he had that cool, you know, like charisma to him. When he was Diesel, I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand him
Back
as
in the house.
champion. Hey, when he was with the Wolfpack, awesome. I fucking loved him. When he was Diesel, Razor Ramon called. He said he should have been the champion.
Yes.
All I can say about that whole show was it had one.
The best match in history. Bob Backlund and fucking Bret Hart.
That was not a match. Roddy Piper, special guest referee. I'm gonna give kudos seeing it. I thought it was great seeing Roddy Piper. I'm gonna give kudos for that.
I love when Bob Backlund, when he says like quit, he sounds like a retard. He's like, ow. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
What do you say?
Crossface chicken wing.
And then you have Bam Bam Bigelow against Lawrence Taylor, one of the
Did
great-
not deserve to be the main event.
Yeah, I love when Taylor tries to fix
First
that.
time for everything. NFL versus WWF. So
It didn't deserve to be the main event.
That was not.
And of all places, it had to be in Hartford, Connecticut.
What I love about it is I love when Bam Bam Bigelow, that big son of a bitch, does a moonsault on.
It's more of a flip.
You know what, dude? You know who Lawrence Taylor was? He was Roman Reigns. All he did was fucking throw punches and clotheslines.
And a spear.
And it's big.
Clothesline, punch,
That
spear.
big fat. No, that was Ace Pack. He's like a massive son of a bitch.
But seriously, of all the places to have WrestleMania, Hartford, Connecticut?
yeah.
Really?
27 was at, where was 27 at?
It was at the Georgia Dome. It was in the Georgia Dome.
Shit, 26 was at University of Phoenix Stadium.
Yeah, no big stadium. Seriously, man.
Yep.
Ridiculous. But, again, Hartford, Connecticut. No, like Dallas, Texas. No, Ann Arbor, Michigan. No, Baltimore, Maryland.
I remember you said it
Fucking-
was Sunday night. You said it was Sunday Night Heat. No, it was Velocity.
That was more.
It was WCW's Thunder.
Yeah, it wasn't in... It was in Hartford, Connecticut! Stupidest place to book a WrestleMania. By far.
Well, Gary, I have to say a word is, since that's also your number one.
He pretty much said it all.
Okay. Now, Steve Karima has a different number one.
I'm curious.
It's a good pay-per-view, but one match really, sent him off the wrong way.
Well,
I'm curious.
Not really. Yeah. Well,
that.
not really. It's what you guys already mentioned. It's WrestleMania 27.
Oh!
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm sorry, but I gotta put that at number one because yes, the main event. The main event was the worst, but again, exactly. But like you said about Undertaker and Triple H, that blew me away because when I saw Triple H do that thing to the Undertaker, the
tombstone,
and gives him the tombstone, I literally had my head down and was going, "That's it. It's over. It's really over."
There was a chance.
I really did. Yeah, because as soon as I saw that, and even the crowd just had their hands on their heads, and then 1, 2, and kicks out, I was just like, oh shit.
Here's a fun fact: Triple H got fined for that match because he hit Undertaker in the head with a chair shot.
Oh, come on. Who cares? He's the boss's daughter. Or he fucks the boss's daughter. He'd get away with it.
Like Bruce Blitz says.
Just a slap on the wrist.
He's got the golden pussy.
I put that at number one. And
Got a golden pussy.
The main event was the worst. There you go, plain and simple. There you go.
Okay.
Jada King Lawler and Michael
Greaser.
Michael
Paul Smoker.
the dildo sucker, the prolapse ass nobbler.
Some people were expecting Goldberg to appear.
Wait, what? Who was expecting Goldberg?
Some people saying that he would show up at WrestleMania 27.
Oh yeah, because it in the Georgia Dome.
5 years old.
Oh yeah, because it was in the Georgia Dome, home of where he won the title at WCW.
Yeah.
And you know what would have been icing on the cake if they would have done this at WrestleMania 27? The Finger Polka Dome. Part 2.
The only thing that's worse than that is fucking Santino Marella's Cobra Strike.
My God.
Stupidest finishing move. Anyways, I guess that's going to have to do it for the worst, top 5 worst WrestleManias of all time. I guess coming up next, top 5 best. So stay tuned for all that.